Capricorn, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-April 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Capricorn collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for the Cappies in mid-April, please? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for the Cappies in mid-April. What's the vibe? What's the energy for my good friends? Get this card out nice and quick for you. What's happening for the Cap? Yeah, ask and you shall receive. Very first shuffle, it pops out. Okay, yeah, this card always puts a little smile on my face. We have the lady with the beehive hairdo. She has all sorts of stuff in her hair, so she has a lot on her mind. Now, this could be very good for a lot of reasons, but sometimes it could be a little overwhelming. I mean, I generally see this as a positive card, but before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the April subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this lovely lady right here. So as you can see, she's within a portrait, beautiful beehive hairdo, and she has all sorts of creative implements in her hair. Now, first and foremost, the positive aspect of this, it's very imaginative, extremely creative. I often see this type of energy linked in with water signs. So just know any sort of creative pursuits or endeavors are highly favored in this time. If you're going through an emotional time, Spirit might want you to release that energy into some sort of creative endeavor. Bringing something from the realm of the imagination into reality is a great thing. But I always say with her, she literally has a lot of stuff on her mind, a lot of stuff on the brain. So for some Capricorns, maybe you're busy. Maybe you have a lot of things you're considering and thinking about. Now, from what I know about Capricorns, you generally do stay busy. So this makes a lot of sense to me. It doesn't have to be bad. I would say just watch out for overthinking, like something that could be a little too much pressure, because look, she has a lot of stuff on that head. That's a lot of weight. So I would just watch out for feeling overwhelmed in this time. That's the downside, but it is also extremely creative. And yeah, for any issues you're having, you could think outside the box. So we're just going to put her down right there. Let's get into tarot now. And yeah, I always say this first card here, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright, and we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up one time here for the Cappies. See what's happening in mid-April. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. So the energy I was picking up for you last week was in a similar vein to a lot of the stuff I've been picking up for the whole entire zodiac. The reading was titled An Explosive Reaction. Now, that's not always a bad thing. The big vibe I was picking up was similar to the other signs, where there's just a lot of volatility in the air. There's a lot of energies that could go from 0 to 100. Now, in your reading in specific, it felt like a domino effect or just something that makes things pop off. So I would just be a little cautious in the coming days and weeks. But I mean, that could be a good reaction too. Something picks up a lot of steam. But we're going to see what shows up for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take what hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for the Cappies. What's happening, please? Let's get this first one out. There we go. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, the fire energy is still in the mix. That's okay. We got the King of Wands chilling right here, big fire sign energy. This is a nice card of focused intent, focused intention. So we're going to get him snuggled up right there by the amethyst. Let's get a couple more for you. What do we got for Capricorn, please? Okay. Okay. I mean, this seems okay too. So far, so good. We have the Ace of Cups in position number 2. This could be really nice. Let's get one more. See what's up. Very emotional, especially there in the center. Okay, you're going to have a bonus. Now we do have some earthy energy starting to show up. We have the 6 of Pentacles right here on the back end, which I think is a nice card normally. And we have 4 of Pentacles right here as a bonus card. So these 2 cards on the back end are at odds. That's one thing I can say. But the 4 of Pentacles is a bonus. let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, I'm liking what I'm seeing. But it's a mixture. Now, I always look at elements first because it tells me how the energies might be moving, how comfortable they might be for you. We have a mixture of fire, water, and earth. Now, fire and earth, that's kind of like outside influences, and they get much more specific. The cups, the water, that's the realm of creativity, intuition. Like we saw with the lady with the stuff on her head, it's very emotional, could represent romance and love. But it's like we have a mixed bag here. It's like we have a lot of things, which makes sense with that very first card, because it's like, all right, a lot there, a lot here. So there could be a lot of things on your plate. Let's go through piece by piece and really start to build it out, though. So position number one, we're starting with the King of Wands. And I always say about all the kings, sure, it could represent a person, not always gender specific. So fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We're currently in Aries season. And all kings represent control of their respective suit. Now, what do we know about fire? That's the realm of your internal combustion, your passion, your drive, your desire. Action. That's a big thing when it comes to all the Wands cards. And when we have the King of Wands, it's focused intent. So Spirit could be saying a couple things here. It's like, all right, well, there might be one thing in specific you really need to narrow in on, or just something. It's like, don't get distracted. Keep your eye on this. That's always a big thing with this King of Wands. It's very entrepreneurial and amped up, ready to go, like that explosive energy we saw last week. Now, the positive side of that, it's good about making moves. The rough side with all Wands cards is they could be a little unpredictable. They have that little bit of volatility here. But I like the King of Wands because it's like kind of keeping things in check, keeping things in order. So now is a great time to just keep all sorts of stuff in order, whether it's issues, situations. It's like, all right, we could bring a sense of control to it. So I feel like it's all right. It's measured. That's the one thing I'm really enjoying about that card. But moving to the center, we do have a totally different type of vibe showing up. We have the Ace of Cups. Now, all aces are amazing initially, right? They represent offers, they represent opportunities. So especially the Ace of Cups, it's one of the nicest ones. So when this shows up, I mean, it could be anything really, whether it's a new feeling, a new person, a new opportunity. This could be a conversation. That's a big thing with aces. There could be some sort of talk coming in, especially with the Ace of Cups. We're spilling feelings. We're talking about stuff. So whether you need to get something off your chest, maybe someone you're connected to, they might need to get something off their chest too. The downside to this card, and there's a few, like when we look at all aces, this is a new energy. So it could represent new things, new paths. It's not guaranteed. That's the thing I always say about aces. It's like you kind of have to meet the universe halfway, where you have to make action towards it because it's limited time only. Ace of Cups could represent someone's emotional state, like how they're feeling about something. Could they be feeling that overwhelmed vibe? Very possible with this Ace of Cups. But generally, to me, it's a super positive energy to work with. So I think I'm very optimistic, or cautiously optimistic at the very least, with what we have showing up already. Now, moving to the back end, we have the Six of Pentacles, beautiful energy as well. Now, this does have small karmic notes to it. So karmic situations, whether it's like cycles you're going through, karma in general, it's a very spiritual type of vibe. And we see this individual is handing out those pentacles. So whenever I see this card, I think it's very giving. It's a card of equality. It's a card of things coming into a state of balance, similar to the Two of Pentacles in that way. But it's wanting to give energy to something. This is a fantastic card for money, for finances, for investments. Same could be said with this bonus card we have coming up here. So for anything work, business related, you might see a nice uptick, especially with the Six of Pentacles. This is also one of my cards of gift giving. So whether you're buying a present for someone, maybe you got a little surprise coming. I generally think that this is nice. Now, what's the challenging aspect of this card? Sometimes it could be someone that gives a little too much. If you're the type of person where you always give people the benefit of the doubt, or you're always giving, and you're not receiving, that's a big thing with this card. It could also represent situations that are either fair or unfair. Okay, I guess it depends on what you're going through. So initially, I like it here. I feel like it can be nice because it's energy moving. That's the one thing I like about the main part of the spread. The energy is not stagnant. The energy is pressing along. The energy is moving. Now, when we get over to the bonus, Four of Pentacles, we'll keep it very simple. Like I mentioned, this is great for saving up for big purchases, investing, stashing those pentacles away. It's really, really good. In the challenging aspect, it can represent situations or feelings like we're holding on to it. Worst case scenario could be a little grudgy. I don't feel like it mainly fits yet, but we're just going to have to see. It's either something that's very difficult to let go of, or it's something really great for finance. Maybe it's both, but we're going to dive deeper on all the Cappy. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. And yes, let's shuffle it up here one time for you. And this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on Mr. King of Wands here. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Cappy, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, what's this King of Wands about? What's this action, this movement, this control? Thank you. Temperance. All right, so for a lot of Capricorns, a measured approach is necessary. Okay, now I know there's a lot of you could be going through various different things, whether it is work and finance, whether it is personal relationships. When I see the King of Wands with temperance, it's like, okay, slow and steady, nice and easy. A low pressure kind of approach will absolutely do you well, do you right. Now, it's calm, it's patient, big Sagittarius energy here. So if you're connected to Saggy, they're showing up in a powerful way. But Archangel Michael's a lovely card on temperance. To me, it's a card of something building up, right? It's a card of patience, letting something chill. But he's doing alchemy, right? He's pouring those cups. So it's like, all right, something's building up. You need to let it take its natural progression. And I've been seeing a similar thing for other signs this week. Like, yeah, there is something here about taking a nice measured movement and action towards things, but do not force anything. Don't force, don't pressure, don't be too intense. And listen, I'm a cardinal sign myself, just like Capricorn. I know we're all about making moves and taking action. But when I see the King of Wands and Temperance, it's like nice and easy, nice and slow. So whether it's something you need to take a little pressure off or just be patient with it, but there is something building up, especially with the King of Wands and Temperance, big fire energy. So it's like, all right, it might not seem like nothing's happening right now, but there's something building under the surface. So let's just keep moving. I don't feel like this is bad. I feel like this is a good thing. So let's see what's up with the Ace of Cups, okay? Might need to let some pressure release, if that makes sense. Just like nice and slow. Take a breath. Let it evolve how it needs to. But let's see what the Ace of Cups has. I mean, some of you might just be in a good place too. That's very possible with the King of Wands, Temperance. Like, yeah, I'm not in a rush. I'm cool. I'm cool. Let's see what Ace of Cups says. Thank you. Okay. All right. Now, this is a little bit different because it's now reminding me of the energy that I was picking up last week, where it's like something happens and everything just starts coming on out. So I'm not sure if this is from your end or somebody else's end, but the Seven of Swords, even in reverse, that's an energy we do want to watch out for a little bit. I'm not feeling like this is a major warning, but under a card of conversation, this could either be someone popping in or a conversation you weren't expecting to have. Because the Seven of Swords in its roughest form, it could represent sneaks and liars and backhanded types of people. I'm not necessarily feeling that for most of you, but when it shows up in reverse, it's something coming to light. It's something being made known. So when we have it under a card of like emotions coming out, speaking, talking, so for a portion of you, you might feel a different way about something. This could be a change of heart, a change of emotion about something, and it could be pretty rapid. But for another portion of you, I feel like this could just be a surprising or unexpected talk, like one you weren't expecting to have, where it's like, okay, I wasn't expecting them to share that much. I wasn't expecting them to say what they said. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, it's like, okay, that kind of caught me off guard, which is very rare for Capricorns, right? Like, you guys are very logical and usually see things a couple steps ahead. But yeah, when I see the Ace of Cups, Seven of Swords in reverse, it's something coming to light or it's an unexpected talk. That's a big thing here. So let's keep moving. We're going to see what the Six of Pentacles has, because that's also a very giving type of energy. Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow. And I could already see how it's starting to line up. It's like, yeah, you don't have to really pressure anything. This energy could be coming your way, which is a good thing. Let's see. I feel a certain magnetism for you guys this week. So why is the Six of Pentacles here? Please. Okay. I mean, this isn't scary. I don't want anyone to get too nervous about it, but we do have the Tower in the upright underneath the Six of Pentacles. So I was saying it in the beginning, like for some Capricorns, you might just be the type of person where you give. that might flip on its head here because the Tower represents shock in one way or another. Now, a portion of it, yeah, maybe it's just a Scorpio. If you're connected to the Scorpio, I feel like the energy could improve and mend, which is a good thing if you're connected to Scorpio. But remember, the Tower is shock. This is energy that's coming in. So it's like an overload. So what we have here on the back end is completely different than what we have on the front. Here, this is calm, it's chill, it's relaxed. It's like, yeah, I'm cool. Nothing to see here. But on the back, the Six of Pentacles with the Tower, it's like, boom, it's coming at you. The energy's moving in. Now, could it be connected to this conversation? It feels similar to me to last week where it's like, I'm chilling, something pops off out of nowhere, and then boom, it's like an avalanche of energy here. So again, for a lot of Capricorns, I feel like low pressure from your end with whatever it is you're dealing with, that's the way to go. But the Tower, yeah, I mean, for some of you, you might decide that you're not going to give as much energy to something, right? That could be it. Like whenever the Tower's here, we're making a big shift. We're making a big change, especially under the Six of Pentacles. So of course, it could be a shocking change or a shift in energy for sure when we see this on the back end. So I feel for a lot of you, if you just hold your ground and just chill, this energy is going to come your way. And I feel like that would be the best way to work with all this. So it's like a lot of stuff going on around the outside. But yeah, with the Six of Pentacles and the Tower, it is a shocking change. And for some of you, it could be for the best, right? That's a big vibe I'm picking up here. But it just feels super intense. So it links with what I was seeing last week for sure, where it's like chill, something happens, and then avalanche of energy. So things could start picking up for you real quick. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. So lots of different energies at play for you this week, but if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the King of Wands with the Temperance card in the upright. So if you're not connected to Sagittarius, that could be Spirit telling you a low pressure approach, just chill. Something could be building up, and we do see a release on the back end here. But the big thing I'm picking up there is like low pressure. Don't force anything, just let the energy be. Moving to the center, we have the Ace of Cups with the Seven of Swords in reverse. So either a change of heart for some of you, where you might just feel totally different about something, where it's like, okay, my feelings have changed on something. For another portion of you, could just be a surprising or unexpected talk where someone either shares how they feel and it's like, all right, I didn't know you felt that way, or just one that comes out of nowhere. Onto the back end, we have the Six of Pentacles with the Tower in the upright. So an avalanche of energy that kicks off right here in the center. I did say for a lot of you, it could be either a change within you where it's like, all right, I'm not going to give as much energy to this. It's like getting priorities straight. But to me, it just feels like a shocking change in general. And it could really benefit you. I don't know how, but I feel like it can benefit you. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for the Cappies. Let's see what's happening, my guides, please. What is in the shadows? And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get it going here. What do we have? What is in the shadows? Thank you. Okay. 10 of Wands, and this kind of reconnects to what we were seeing in the very beginning. Remember the lady that had a lot of stuff on her mind, a lot of heavy types of energies here in the front. I think being overwhelmed, some of you could really be walking that fine line, especially with the 10 of Wands. Now, I always say with the 10 of Wands, it's overwhelming, whether it's mind, body, or soul. You want to make sure you can recharge your batteries, watch your health in this time with the 10 of Wands, because I do link this card to physical health. A good thing about it, it's a card of determination. So when we see it in the shadows, it could be Spirit saying, hey, regardless of what you're going through, you got this, you'll get through it. It's temporary. That's really nice. But it's burdensome. So make sure you're not like completely zapped with energy. If there's anything you're going through where you're feeling drained, you might need to recharge the batteries, take a rest, take a little break. But a big thing here, just make sure your mental, emotional, physical well-being are on point with this card, because it's a taxing type of energy. So we're going to put that right there, Capricorn. That's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the April subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me and get a little further insight into your situation, you can check out my digital calendar on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The April calendar is up, so feel free to go check it out and book. But for the April subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies, not 2, of one of my favorite decks of all time, the Gilded Tarot Royale. It's a gorgeous deck and it works fantastic. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, if you could pick one tarot card to best describe you, which one would it be? Are you the Empress? Are you the High Priestess? Are you the Emperor, the Moon, the Sun? You put your answer down in the comments, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.